Welcome back, everybody. Why pipe? Haha, John. Yeah, you will find there's some strange new stuff on the map. Stuff you're not ready for, maybe. It's good. Certainly we've got a different world to play. Right close to Balatola. So we'll pop in there and see if we can pick up anything weaponry wise. Oh, we need a fire first, don't we? I need to stop being a stupid goblin. We need to have a fire, we need to do all that sort of stuff before we start running around the map acting like fools. Because every time I play, I die really quickly of cold. So getting a fire on before we start, warming up, makes a lot more sense. Yes, we will have that. Right, how many of us are on? I'm not going to leave admin on, I just want to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us on. I'll take admin off. Good. That's good. 6 of us on and no issues at the moment. That's far more playable. Right, why are we running down here to have a fire? Well, wherever we go to have a fire, it's going to be a problem. I've got some serious view distance on tonight. I'm playing in... When I'm streaming this, I'm going to stream it in Ultra as much as I can to get the best quality image. Break this one up. Thanks, John. I think you'll enjoy this server. It's so much bigger. It's such a big map. There's so much to do. With survivor missions, it's a shame we haven't got loot crates and all that. It's annoying, but we've still got a lot to do. You've still got the base game to play. You've got survivor missions, you've got base building, you've got raiding. You have stuff to do, which is nice. Right, let's get our heat buff up and then get on with the game. Yeah, survivor missions you'll really enjoy. And it gives you something to do. And something... Tonight I'm going to get a radio, I'm going to make my way to Alta, middle of the map. I'm going to wait for a mission to come in and I'm going to go out and try it. And if there's 3 or 4 other players trying it, might be some PvP involved. There are. Temperature's going up and health is going up. That's better. It's going to be a hard server. Got rope already. First thing I'll do when I get on is making fishing rod. Yeah. It's going to be one of those servers where you really do need to have lots of fires. I mean, before I started now, I committed suicide, but I found nails, I found a quilted jacket, I had all that gear on before I took the server down. So it is of spawning in the world. They should be. And seeing I've got another 3 weeks off, I'll be streaming a lot of this server. Let's try and get our numbers up. We need to move now. There you see, you found code locks, I found nails, so it isn't going to be difficult. We're allowing, I say as many bases as you want, but I've set the maximum at 10 bases per person. I don't think there's much chance of people having 10 bases. Because you'd need to spend all day running around putting the flags up every day. So we now need better clothing. You just want, I mean, I'm probably not, I probably won't do survivor missions, but I'd like to do some raiding. Which means I'm going to need to think about going into NBC zones. So I'm going to have to collect the goods. I'm going to have to build a base. And I've got a couple of ideas where I want to live. And it ain't this side of the map, that's for sure. But you take what you're given when you spawn in, don't you? So we got a well down in the village down there. We might go to the well first and then make our way back to the airfield afterwards. Take a pistol. Any ammo? No. That one has there. Had a chat with the Vic, give me a map. Don't walk into any barbed wire, John. That's my advice. Doesn't work very well, barbed wire with the body. They don't mix. I noticed. No, I had to take those mods off. They would involve too much setting up. And I was running out of time. Unfortunately. I've stretched the possibilities now. I mean, we've got 30-something mods on. 28, 30, something like that. And that's pushing the boundaries. Now, DayZ will handle 101 mods now, but you need a lot of RAM to do it. That's not your side, that's RAM on the server. And we've got it twice updated. But even now, we don't have enough oomph, really, for what I wanted to do. Now, obviously, we lost the minefields. We've lost the loot crates. We've lost the dynamic helicopters. We've got normal helis in with AI. Just because we couldn't push it any further. But it's a big map, so we can have a long wipe, hopefully. Did you find any of the new storage? The new barrels? You get camouflage barrels, but you also get barrels that have like the word ammo written on it, or food. You can either buy them, or find them in the world and get them home to your base, to sort your base out. So normal size barrel, painted a different colour, with a word written on it. To help you organise your bases. Oh, you will find them. But apart from trader, nothing else is custom. We're going to keep the rules about not building within 200 metres of military, just so players can loot military without having a base overlooking them. Now we need to get out of this t-shirt as quickly as possible, don't we? Keep up that heat buff, and we need to find some food. Talking of food, MREs are in. You can buy them from trader. You can find them in the world. You can sell them to trader. This is the original map. This is where the DayZ started-ish. This is where standalone started. It's a beautiful map, though. Chernarus is really lovely. Take a little bit of food there. When I first played Chernarus, I used to live in this town. I'm not going to live here this wipe. So, as I've said a few times, my aim is not to wipe now. As long as it stays stable, we'll stay on the server for as long as we can. Which mods? When mods were loading in. Oh, okay. Box of nails. There you go. I've got the server working correctly. that one away. At the moment, that's more important. Need another fire in a second. So I'm spawning everyone in with pliers, but I only did that because I didn't know whether nails would spawn. Now I know nails are going to be spawning. I'll take the pliers out of spawn. Not out of spawn, but out of players' inventories. You can find them in the world again. In case we want to go gardening. There's no new clothing. I've added Sakau's clothing to the server. But there's nothing on top of that, if that makes sense. I've already done this house, haven't I? It's just a burlap sack, isn't it? Yeah. No special rucksacks this time, but there is a special NBC case that holds all the NBC items within it, and it will fit on your belt slot. Yeah, it's just if nails hadn't been spawning in the world, then giving people pliers means they could use wire straight away to get nails. But seeing nails are spawning, I'll take the pliers out of spawn loot. Because players can find them later on and carry them with them. I'm so glad nails are spawning. That was one of my biggest worries. Mine is damaged. That one is damaged. We'll stay with mine. What's that? More nails. You can stack ammo now as well. So ammo goes higher than 20. So when it comes to organising your base, it's going to be easier to have stacks of ammo. Which I thought was fair. Because obviously in the real world you can put more than 20 bits of ammo together. Now that should be... Oh, it's not ruined. I thought it was... Oh no, it's not gone yet. Okay, let's try again. That's ruined now. Right, we're going to need another fire, aren't we? We'll... do it in one of the houses over here. I realise lighting a fire in a house in a town is stupid, but we don't have massive amounts of choices at the moment. So the only thing I haven't nerfed is clothing. And I've actually upped the amount of nails spawning in because I realise players will want to build some nice bases. We're going to go over to the well and we'll drink from the well. I've turned off apples spawning in because they were spawning in. All fruit's been turned off because it is winter. My aim still is halfway through white, so at about March time roughly we turn off winter and make it summer without having to wipe the server. Now I've worked out how, which we spoke about, but I think it'll be really good, a good way of doing it. And then every 3 months switch from summer to winter. You'll get used to the map soon enough. I mean, Cookie and I have played a lot of this map over the years. It is colder than the last map was. I have made it colder to make it more survival. And then when we go the other way, I'll make it really hot, so you're having to take clothing and drink a lot of water. And this greenhouse is where I used to live. Shirt's better than a t-shirt, isn't it? Is it? Low installation, low installation. Oh, it's worse. So yes, it is better. I noticed that 5 minutes into the game needing to build fire. Yes. And that's what I wanted. I wanted players to have to think about the basics of survival until you get better clothing. Slow things down. You can find all the code locks and nails in the world, but if you're not playing it if you're not treating it on my server as a survival server, you won't live to use them anyway. Just check how many players are on. Still good. 6 of us on. That's excellent. And it's holding its FPS, which is really nice. Well, I say holding, it's just about holding FPS. Now, there's plenty. So, as I've explained in that last message, basically we ran out of FPS on the server. And annoying as that is, that's what it is. John, did you hear anything back from the job you applied for? Or hasn't it had a closing date yet? John, it's up to you, mate. It doesn't really make any difference. It will hold stable now. By now, helicopters would have spawned and other things would have happened, and it's holding firm, so it will be all right. But if you want to log in, you can do, mate. You know, I'd love to have you here. Of course I do. Right, time to move off again. But we at that pepper, which will dehydrate us. Have fun playing on our server. Okay. So we'll re-drink again before we move off. Hi, Nebula. So my server's now live. We had a few issues this afternoon getting it working. I want your rucksack, mate. Normal or military? Military, damn it. Carry on searching for clothing, food, we need a weapon, well, or ammunition at least for the pistol we've got. That's nice. Hoodie is medium, shirt is low. Try again. Shirt is low. Hoodie is medium. And we've got more storage slots. And we'll rip that one up. We're moving towards having a fishing line. And we can get out there and do some fishing. Happy with that so far. Need a bit more food though. That's the next problem. Is food. Isn't it always DayZ? It's food, water, food, ammo, weapon. Whoa, cleaning weapon, leather cleaning kit. That's quite big on here. Goblin has attempted. Has anyone attempted to activate the Traders Kill Squad you were mentioning in your server? I've had to turn off some of the stuff because it was causing the server to not crash but lose so much FPS we couldn't run it. So unfortunately we've lost the nice heli mod, we've lost minefields, and we've lost loot crates just to keep the FPS up. Still, the server's fine. Oh, you see? Now an axe. But an axe ain't food. It's food we really need. Something. Better than nothing. The minefield was attempting to load in 5,000 mines on each restart. It was just falling over. I mean, I've got the RAM updated on here, but not enough. And then you added in the loot crates and the stash spawn points. It was just too much. It's a shame, but we've got survivor missions, we've got stuff to do, we've got AI on helicopters, the normal helicopters, just nothing special. So there is stuff for players to do, which is fine. Need one more stack of rags, and we have rope, which means we have fishing. Then we just need a water bottle. Rucksack would be nice rather than the little sling bag I'm carrying. Because if we can fish, we can stay alive. Because it's Chernarus, there's going to be lakes and rivers everywhere to fish in. Three more rags needed. Did you find 3 bandages at the hospital? I haven't searched the hospital. Be nowhere near a hospital, I don't need that. That was just me doing a loot goblin, wasn't it? And picking up everything that moved. I mean, there might be some balancing stuff I need to do. You know, now I know nails are working and things like that. I might need to downgrade the amount that are spawning. $762.39, we'll take that. You've got a nice rucksack on. So a wallet will hold a massive amount of money for the space it takes up. Right, let's go do some fishing. Even better. We're still going to need rope for where I want to go, so... Oh, it's one of those fake trees, isn't it? Beep-a-doop-a-doo. Annoying, but that's life. We've got everything we need now to base build, apart from a code lock. That worked pretty well. Okay, John. So now we need a better rucksack. That's the next thing we need. We've got the heat buff. Let's move on. Hi, Brash. So the trader will buy MREs off you at $50 a pop, or sell them to you at $300 a pop, or you can live on them. I like putting little surprises in like that. Obviously the server's cold, so anything that helps us survive is good. I'm glad you're enjoying it though, what you did play. And I'm glad I got it working. It's a shame we had to lose 3 mods, but that's life. Look, we've got nails spawning in the world. Damaged. Mine is damaged. We'll stay with mine. We need to think about another wow, but there's a police station here, which might be good for some clothing. There's a chicken. No oil in there. It's awful having to make choices like that, isn't it? It's like, what do I do now? Oh, where's the well? The well's behind there somewhere, isn't it, if I remember rightly? Normal wells on this map, not the cow ones. So most towns have one. There it is. And then we're going to go rucksack hunting. So as I was saying to John earlier, I will be taking the pliers out of spawn gear because obviously there are nails spawning in that are fine. So that solves that problem. I put them in case nails weren't working, so people would have a solution. Because it would be enough to get a door up and sort of a wall. Yes, it's really hard though, isn't it? I have to slow right down because I play so many full-on PvP servers that I'm used to just running straight for wherever you want to run to. But on here it's about walking, slowing down, eating and fishing and only taking what's essential. You know, forget the base building and then you start to find stuff that you need for base building. It's like, I can't leave it. I love having less inventory space. It forces players to make those type of choices. Like, there. A spare suppressor is worth its weight in gold. But do I go in there and look for an MP5? $15 slots. My cargo pants are bigger. Jacket's 20. My hoodie's that. That's low. My hoodie is medium. I'll stay with my hoodie. Taser. It's not armed. I like forcing everyone to make choices. See, I'd say that was good, coming out of here with a shotgun. Right then, see if we can upgrade our gear. Before we do anything, I'm just going to check how many people are on the server. Still holding with 6 of us on. That's good. I'm quite a shotgun fan. I think because I'm always involved close up and personal, shotgun works well for me. And we've got new weapons on here this wipe. We've got an auto, we've got some new shotguns, we've got G36s, MPXs, different pistols. It's nice. Certainly something different to do now. Obviously Trader is a bit exposed. but you don't need to go to trader. Everything's available in the world. Trader just gives you somewhere to spend money. Hard to get. We don't have a lot of them in the world. Easy to lose, because the minute you fire it, everyone on the server will know that you've got one. I wouldn't be thinking about having a 338 in your base until you've got 5 code locks blocking the door, because people will want to take it. Personally, for me, once I've got a base that's got a few stories high with some windows that people can't crawl through, then having a 338 and a barrel up there and 4 windows that I can open up and shoot players across the map. Still trying to find decent clothes. I've had to make three fires. Yeah, it's but I wanted that. I wanted it to be colder than Sakau. I wanted it to be people to make those choices. It's slowed everybody down. You know, before you push inland, you're really going to have to think about it. We'll be coastal living until we're ready to, until we're geared up. And each time you die, you're going to have to do the same again. I'm not sure on this server you could spawn in and run to a base, run to altar without dying just from starvation and cold. Which is nice. Convoy. Fuck. Now what do I do? Box of 556. Box of 380. Box of 5.45. Another box of 762. Another box of that. Another box of 556. I don't know, but I prefer the look of it. Same as I've got on now. They're badly damaged. Mine are still pristine. I'll stay with mine. So that's pretty much the end of the convoy. Not the best convoy, but compared to where we were, throw away the farming hoe. We'll carry the shotgun. Bimmy in the chat. Okay, I found nails. So I'm streaming at the moment in extreme, 4K extreme. So I wanted to get the best quality image possible for these streams, because I don't need the FPS as much. And I'm still getting between 100 and 140 FPS at 4K, which is really nice. What's nice about this is I can fit a scope to it. We could have ghillie wrapped it if we wanted to. There were ghillies back there that would take it. Yeah, we need a bigger rucksack already. I could always throw away the wallet. I wonder... No. Worth a try. Oh, here comes the weather. Just the things were starting to improve. This doesn't... Does this pump? Yeah, this is a pump still. Just a military pump. Probably need to think about food. So I've set the weather so it'll rain, mist and snow, and potentially 2 out of 3 at a time. So at times the mist will come right in like it is now. At times it'll be sunny. It'll snow, you'll get a blizzard. Temperatures will drop as we get towards night time. Yeah, I blame him as well. He's made it bloody awful. I did think about running it permanently in a blizzard at one point. And then I thought I'd be kind. Oh, fuckity fuck. Okay, so it won't let us do that because there's one in there. Oh, it lost it, didn't it? Unfortunately. No, it put it inside there because it forces the loot. Yeah, I remember now. So the fact that you can't place things in there, the game will automatically for you. Use that however you wish, guys. So, you may as well make us all snowmen if that were the case. So now we need a stick and bark. Look, it's gone inside for me. I don't. Me and crypto have a difficult history, Nebula. Let me just deal with this Zed and I'll explain. So, back in the Dark Ages, when Bitcoin first came out, and it didn't cost a lot, I bought 5 Bitcoin. And I moved house, and I moved house, and I moved house, and I moved house, and I deleted that hard drive, and I threw it away, and I forgot about it because crypto wasn't worth anything. And then suddenly Bitcoin became as worth as it is now. And I no longer have access to that stuff. So, I stay away from all things crypto now. It's life. As long as I tell myself I only lost 5 US, it doesn't matter. When in all honesty, what's it at the moment? Bitcoins are 120,000 each, something like that. It's a little bit frightening how much I lost. Yeah, it's life, isn't it? At least I bought them back then. They didn't cost me a lot. I think they cost me $1 US each when they first came out. And the people were talking about they were going to use it as in-game currency. And I thought, oh, it might be worth having some for whatever game I was playing at the time. And didn't think anything of it until suddenly it hit like 60,000 US. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if I can find all the crypto stuff. And I was like, oh dear. But it is what it is. Yeah. I wouldn't say lots of decisions over the years haven't been my best. So if we're clever. Can I repair anything else with this? Rucksack. No. So we're just going to wait here until we get the plus symbols. And obviously we can't carry this, so unless that will fit inside. No. Yeah, I know. But still, what the 120,000 UK at the moment, 130, 500 and 650,000 I'd have had at the moment. That's life though, isn't it? I only lost 5 US, and I probably would have sold them a lot earlier. It happens though. To the 6 people currently watching me stream, thanks guys, massively, massively appreciated. Let's back off from there. Eat that one. We're sort of making our way down to the military camp down here, hoping that we can get a bigger rucksack or some better clothing. A few more slots would be nice. Watch you first and play server. Yeah. I appreciate it, John. I really do. Massively. So based upon my current viewings, if my averages stay as they are, when I hit 1,000 subs, from advertising, it'll be worth about £25 a month to me. Roughly. Just from you guys having to watch an advert before you can hit skip. And that's not on you guys watching live, because you don't get adverts. That's watching on... Well, you will once I hit 1,000, but that's watching on people that watch it after it's gone live. I make enough off that to cover my internet bill. It's a good start though. If 1,000 subs will earn me £25 a month, that's really nice. Because obviously we've hit the 500 and passed it. Now it's a push for 1,000. Yeah. What I've always said is my memberships and like super chats and things, that's about the server. Once I hit advertising revenue, that'll be me. At some point, at the moment it's fine, and you know I've got a little bit of money coming in. I don't think I need to worry too much about the tax man. But at the point where I grow a bit further, then I will have to start to worry and think about registering as a business. So I'm working on the fact that potentially later on in 25 I'll have to register GoblinZ as a business name. One of the things I need to do over this leave period is, because I can sell branded items on stream now, or linked to a shop, so I need to start thinking about I've got a shop to link to. I want to do mouse mats, and I don't want to do clothing, but mouse mats and mugs and things with the GoblinZ logo on. But my server costs are covered for the next 12 months. You know, my renewal date is sometime in January, but we're covered for another 12 months at least. Yes, John. Yeah, I'll register as a company. It's not like I turn much money out of it, but I'll have to. I haven't earned anything yet. I've got money there, but I can't get it till I get £60 worth, and it's just sat in an account. It's sat in the YouTube account. So I don't need to worry yet. And I would say that I would use the server to offset whatever I have to pay. Exactly. I wouldn't go that far. But because there's certain things you can do at the point, because I've been self-employed in the past, but at the point where I register, then I can look at things like the server cost can be a cost. So the first £500 I make a year could be for the server. And then it becomes a break even. So there's certain things you can do. I mean, it's never going to be a big business. Oh, I'd love it if it was. But how I see it is, if I could cover the server costs and buy myself a new graphics card every few years, I'd probably be happy. If my PC upgrades could be dealt with and server costs, I think that would be that'd be a win. You know, not this year, but not 25, but 26, I'd probably like to move to 5K streaming. At the moment, a good 5K monitors for PC are too expensive to think about it. But that's the next obvious thing to be looking at. When Mum eventually passes and I end up buying a house, I want to have my own server at home, so I won't have to pay for a server in the same way. But again, that'll cost money. So we're going to make our way down to our friendly little military camp down here. See if we can upgrade our clothing at least. Maybe an Alice Bergen would be amazing, but certainly upgrade our clothing. I recognise the fact that we might be throwing away some stuff if we find an AK. We've still got rags on us. Those 6, no we haven't, not in the same way. And we might have to start thinking about moving towards trader to sell some of the stuff that we have got, because the cash would be better for us now than lugging around what we're lugging around. Start saving up for a code lock if we don't find one in the world. Could do with buying a sharpening stone. That would be useful. So this coming week, next Sunday, I'm doing an event in the afternoon. I'm doing for one of the big streamers. She's putting on an event to raise money for Help for Heroes, British military charity, and I'm taking part as Santa with the mighty Ruger. If I win all the rounds, it'll be a 5 or 6 hour event. Basically, it's ever decreasing circles, and everyone that's inside Santa's grotto or the shed at each point in time gets through to the next round until there's one person left. But there are prizes. Right then. Switch across. A bit of body armour would be nice. Now we mustn't use our knife now until we get a replacement knife, because it's getting to the point of danger zone. Or at least the ability of keeping the knife alive. We could do with a... Oh, these don't have mags, do they? MP5 SD, built-in suppressor. Throw away that 5.56. That's damaged, but that's just gone damaged. That helmet won't save my life. I'll stay with the warm hat. We'll take that knife in our hands and use that knife. That's 9mm. Yeah. Until it's dead. that was a win. Back for those pouches. Another win. Another win. Win. Do we have anything left to clean this 223 with? No. We need a better rucksack. Nice A4 though. Right, then up the map we go. Because we're triple carrying, we'll allocate it a slot so we can switch between weapons. Obviously, given a choice, if I got a 16 mag, I'd throw away the mini AK. I would always keep the shotgun. It's devastating up close and personal. I know sort of what we're aiming to do now. We're actually going to aim for that direction. But there is method in our madness. We're going to have to switch across the map and move over there. We need to move a little way up the map so we don't keep hitting spawn grounds. And then we're making our way across the map. Having fires as we go. That M16's a nice gun on a Goblin map, especially when you have ammo for it. Yeah. The fact that we've got all our weapons spawning in damaged and badly damaged is what's offsetting. Is that a bear? Which is sort of offsetting some of the problems, which is nice. Obviously, I don't want to have too much good stuff. But it seems to think that area is higher tier than it is. Because the 16 shouldn't be spawning in low tier. So I might need to look at the code. But we're doing okay. And we shouldn't have got plate in there either, really. Oh, I'm pretty geared now. mean, apart from a reasonable helmet and a good jacket, we're okay. Nice rucksack would be good, but what we've got is fine. No Survivor backpacks. You have got the Project Hope that made the Survivor backpack have made the NBC pouch that we've got instead. So the pouch will fit on your belt slot, and it will hold a complete set of NBC clothing within the pouch. So the Alice pack, the field back, the Parabergen as I would call it, is the biggest rucksack now in game. I wanted players to think differently. No, surviving out of something this big is really hard going. Oh yeah, because at some point people are going to have to start pushing into contaminated zones if they want explosives. There's a hint for you. And you can buy from the trader yellow NBC clothing. But if you want the grey or the white, you'll have to find it in the world. So the NBC clothing that will give you position away, you can buy that. Yes, mountain backpacks are. I was being stupid, aren't I? Give me a second. I'm not thinking like a clever goblin. We've got bullet stack on, haven't we? Vanilla colours. The only thing in different colours on the server is barrels. Yeah. So now you're going to have to reduce the amount of loot you're carrying and think about different ways and just survival kit. Oh, I'm carrying far too much gear. But if we find a code lock, I could base build. Roughly, I need a sharpening stone and a code lock, and I could get the beginning of a base up. Because all I need to be able to do is get a flag and a door. And we've got some security. But obviously to mark my base location, I'm going to need certain items, like a map. We've only got 13 Ks to go. I love the fact that the mist comes in and it just causes a problem for us. And now I'm freezing cold and I haven't thought about the weather at all. So now I'm going to have to think about a fire. Which we aren't going to get lit in this. So now our next problem is finding somewhere we can light a fire. Because we're starting to lose health. And that's going to be the next issue. When you want to move up the map, you're really going to have to plan. And we still got to worry about sleeping, not yet, but if I don't get warm soon, I'll catch a cold, which is not a good idea. But as I said, I did bring across from Sakao the Sakao clothing, so you can get the good jackets and things. Hi, Ace. Server is now live, Ace, with people playing it. Thank you, Ace. Thank you. I've even got USMREs in that you can find in military camps. I massively value my lurkers. Lurkers help averages no end. And the algorithm loves averages. high calorie grub. Exactly. Though at the moment we need a fire more than we need high calorie grub. But if the snow would stop and it didn't rain, I could light a fire outside. How's our footwear? Warm. Will. Oh, we've got one in there anyway. Okay. Some houses up there. Farms over there. Farms for codelocks. Houses for fire. Let's see if we can get a fire on. And we can eat. Tack back. So that's good. No point having an M16 stuck on fully auto when you've only got one round at a time to load in it, is there? Okay, I know where I am. Well, obviously, because it's told me where I am, but I know where I am. Now prayer starts. These gloves are looking really good actually, in 4K up close. Those plus symbols and then move out. Combat gloves, tactical I think, probably. Yeah, tactical, but because they're a little bit fucked, they actually look pretty good at high res, don't they? And they actually look like the ones I issue people, so... I've parked my issue stuff in slightly better condition. Give me that plus symbol. I love the fact that you now have to get your weapon out of your hand to lie down. When the sleep mod first came in, you could sleep with a weapon in your hands. Right, that's that done. Yeah. We don't need the food yet, but the fact that it's defrosted is good. These buildings make a brilliant base. Put garage doors in there and then build right round the outside with airlocks until you come back on yourself here. Loving this snowy weather. Any vicars around? Show me the way. Thank you. Also another good base location. So I started off here. No, here. That we spawned in there. We came down, up, and we've just made it to here, and that's taken us just over 2 hours 20. It's awesome. Hi, Chuckles. Do we? Nah. How are we doing on server numbers? Okay. So 4 of us currently on. That's all right. Static gas zones. There's no dynamic gas zones on the server. There's 2 static areas, maybe 3. But there is items that only spawn in static zone, in gas zones that you might need. I do have a 16, mate. And we have got US MREs in the game. Just have to push into military to find them. Or buy them from the trader. I have put bullet stack in, so we can stack ammo a lot higher now, which is good. Ah. Your long-haired general has ordered. When we get up into the woods, we might eat our tack back. Oh, fuck. Heli crash, which means shooting. I don't have a scope, but yeah, only a young goblin wants. If we see the smoke, we'll push. I'm not going to run into a situation that's stupid. If I hear the shooting, see the AI, we will push it. Yeah, I could turn on winter events. I just haven't. I only have to tick a box in the server files and suddenly we'll have Christmas Santas and reindeer and the rest of the rubbish. I'm just not... It's not me. Would you still celebrate Christmas if you didn't know what day of the year it was anymore? As a solo on Chernarus, 12 years after the outbreak. Is my way of looking at it. Got a lovely M16A4 though, just no mag for it. And we've got a Borelli M4, or Benelli N4. And an AK. Now just giving you a heads up when we do the community run. Yeah, we'll carry on operation planning that now. I've got this server up and running. I just needed to get this done and it's taken 4.5 days because we went live 3 PM UK and it didn't work. We had problems. We were having major FPS issues, so I had to take it offline and try and fix them, which I have. But we had to lose 3 mods. I'm probably going to stick some replacement mods on, just quality of life mods. Things that increase ammunition lethality. Because that makes sense. That'll be the AI then, getting excitable. With the right wrong mods. That just would have been the AI shooting the zombies. Because the AI will spawn in and the zombies will spawn on the helicopter as well. So the AI will then shoot the zombies. I won't take on that sort of situation unless I've got the upper hand. Like we could see it from afar and we had a scope. There's no point dying. I'm too well equipped to go into something stupid and die. I mean, apart from a code lock and a sharpening stone, we're pretty much ready to go. And we've got a long walk ahead of us before we can put the flag up. Very long walk ahead of us before we can get the flag up. Now, do we go for a garage build, a castle build, or something else? And my vape needs to go on charge because it's down to yellow. There we go. Fuck it. I see the smoke. So, by the garage, I mean one of those sheds. I wouldn't build on a garage because you guys would just shoot the petrol pumps and kill me. I understand how it works. So we need to get over there and try and get line of sight onto the AI. Or best case scenario, find a scope in here. Nice little optic. So we need to miss out this town because we can't switch easily to knife. Fuck. There we go. So go back to where I started with the brown shed, the first base I ever properly built. Okay. Doable. Yeah. Can't see the smoke anymore, which might mean it's despawned, but equally might mean I'm just stood at the wrong pixel. Well, there's my answer. We need this to clear. I said we needed a scope really for this. Yeah. Didn't really want to fight that way round. Ah, one of the special barrels, guys. See? Yeah, good. Job done. One down. Another one down. Another one down. Thanks, Chuckles. Thanks, Fire. Thanks, Brash. Now there'll be no rucksack and the loot will be too good for me. Cadpat barrel. A large safe. Navy uniform. Mag for Vickers. Ghillie suit. Boonie hat. Some assault boots. A K98 scope. M4 buttstock. Another camouflage barrel. Shamag. It's not bad. Nothing I want, but not bad. Not bad little kills, were they? But I had to flank. If I'd had a scope, we'd have dealt with that a lot quicker. We had to do a little bit of flanking. An AI is so much easier than a player. Okay, so we're going to... there. $7.5Ks. That should be a reasonably good place. Yeah, because if you die on this side or this side, it's equal distance to get there roughly. We certainly don't have enough money for a code lock. But if we can get our flag up, I'd be happy. Gonna have to think of another fire soon, aren't we? It is never ending. Godsend. Because I'm running it in 4K, basically. In extreme, with 4K on extreme. And welcome to the chat. So I'm running graphics card. I've got a 4070 Super Ti, and I've got an MSI 4K monitor. So it makes DayZ look very nice. And then my settings are for here, for this stream, extreme or high for everything. So it does look good. It's a different game, isn't it? When you look at most DayZ streams and then you look at it in 4K, it is a different game. We want to go around the outside of this town. I've also got a Ryzen 7880 3DX or whatever it's called. 32 gig of DDR5. 2 other monitors. In the UK, if I was buying new, my machine would be about 4.5, maybe 4.5K. For the bits that I paid for. Second hand, it's worth probably about 2.5, maybe 3. I didn't buy it in one go. It's been a labour of love and an upgrade over. When did I first get a PC again after years of being away from it? Probably about 10 years ago I came back to PC gaming. And then I bought a really cheap box and just started upgrading through until eventually I got to where I am. I mean, nothing's left of the original PC, but it's been a long route getting here. I mean, basically, I bought this monitor and graphics card so I could stream 4K DayZ. Right, we're going to need a fire because we need to get some heat on. So we could build in that house. We could then incorporate the house and the... Where are we? It's not perfect. No, I prefer up there. Nice idea, though. But I'm single. I don't have any children. So my money goes on my system. Though this Christmas I couldn't think what to buy myself. It's the first year when I've been like, I don't want anything. So I bought a monitor arm because there was nothing else I could think of getting. But DayZ at 4K doesn't look like a game that's 11, 12 years old. At 1080p it does. At 1440 it does. I think we were looking earlier at my gloves. If I... There we go. Can't really get the image now properly, but they do look amazing. And obviously YouTube as well helps because it will upscale. And it will get, because I stream at 4K, if you watch it anything under 4K, it will downscale it using the 4K code, which will give you better quality as well. But I'm streaming at, currently it's settled at 35,000 kbits up. And it sort of sits there permanently, which is what I need to do 4K DayZ. 32 to 36, but about, yeah, 34, 35 there, 36 and a half. So I've just gone into the woods. I love it though. And realistically, I play this, I play a bit of Stalker 2, sometimes Grey Zone Warfare, and then off stream I play things like Timberborn or other top-down, what I would call a god game, but a management game. Land management games. But I like DayZ because it's just an adventure. And this is on my own server, but the others are playing. And it is a survival server. Survival PvP server. So we nerf it, we make it harder, we get rid of a lot of stuff, we get rid of all the rubbish out of the game. You won't find teddy bears and dresses on my server. But we put in it's not realistic, that's not fair, some stuff that makes it a little bit more realistic. So, heli crashes have Star Citizen, never been near it. Elite Dangerous, I do own Elite Dangerous, used to play Elite Dangerous. Haven't played it for a while. At some point I need to install it and do another run on it, because actually I didn't have this system when I used to play ED, and it would look amazing on this system. But I really need to get like an Xbox controller for it, because I'm not good at flying, so it would be easier to fly with a controller. I don't think I want to invest in a joystick just to play one game. But yeah, you were either a Star Citizen person or an Elite Dangerous, and because of my age, I'm 52, I played the original Elite back in the 80s. So for me it was all about Elite Dangerous. But I 100% understand why people play Star Citizen. It's not me, but I get it. I do get it. But I really enjoy survival games, I suppose. What else do you play? I'm guessing you play Star Citizen. Oh, Discord is playing up. Yeah, it's back in the room. So we're trying to make our way to that square. Is that 5.5k, 6k? Because that's where we're probably going to base build. As we return to our roots, because it's the first place I ever built a proper base. I think we played on a dead server initially on Chernarus, and I built near Bolotta Airfield, but this was the first time we played as a team on a full-on PvP server. We built at this barn, or this shed that I'm moving to now, And it would be nice now running this as a solo to go back there and build again. Just wish I could find a cleaning kit and a magazine for my 16. But if we find an animal, we don't really have the rags spare. We'll keep the fat, and then when we get some rags, we'll make ourselves a cleaning kit, because we need to maintain this weapon. How's our footwear? Okay. I mean, I'm still getting, at the moment it's dropped to 90 FPS. I'm getting between 90 and 130 at 4K. If I turn off all my extreme settings, I can push 250, 300 FPS on here. But for this stream, when I'm not playing a full-on PvP server, when I'm playing full-on PvP, then I drop my settings down. Here, it's more survival than PvP, though when you meet someone, you probably shoot them. So we do need a fire. Yeah, we should have a fire now. Even the water looks good. Bugger. Nice little hand drill kit. That would sort of make sense. My clothes are fucked. Get some sleep. You already have many working mods running though. Not going to topple the... No, certainly not. I think the two that I'm probably going to add in tomorrow morning, 6 AM if I'm awake, is one that increases lethality of shotgun shells. Because low tier, when you first start off, that's what everyone's got. Makes it a bit more realistic. It brings the spread closer together, but makes them a bit more lethal, which I think makes sense. Because we've lost 2 mods to get the server to work, so putting that on won't hurt the server. That's fine, John. I get it. Thanks for being here for the last 3 hours. Oh yeah, I'm awake now. So now we need to sort this lot out. That can go in there. That can go in there. That can come with me. That can be eaten. Because I'll get water and hydration off it. Or food and hydration. Still got 5.5 Ks to go to get to the potential base location. Rubber slugs are gone, but tasers are in. So you can do the same thing with a taser. Because if you taser someone, you'll knock them out, and then you can tie them up. And you can make drying racks, get a bear pelt, and turn it into that, but cover it in blood and guts, and it will be covered in blood and guts. You make leather suits out of bear pelts. And you can turn them all into blood and such like. But rubber slugs are gone. Yes, I'll take going to any holster. And we're going for long wipes, so by all means build yourself a base, taser people, tie them up, take them prisoner, build yourself a prison, build yourself a base where you can coax someone inside to a trap room and lock them in. I don't disallow any of that. Yeah, they're revolver size. They take up 6 slots in your inventory, but will fit into a holster. And they come with taser magazines. You get black and yellow ones. And if you taser somebody, that will knock them out. And after you've tasered them, then you've got that other sleep syringe. You've got one syringe that keeps you awake, Amphet, and you've got the other syringe that will knock you out. So after you've tasered them and you've tied them up and you've stuck them in your jail, well, you taser them. You then tie their hands and take their weapons off them. You then hold a gun to their head and lead them into your jail cell. Maybe build your base in one of the police stations, so you've actually got a jail cell to work with. check how many people are on the server. Okay, that's alright. 3 of us on. It's quite nice. We went up to 7 at one point. We went up to 8 this afternoon before it crashed. But we've held at 7 now for the last 3 hours. Or we've held for the last 3 hours without any crashes. So I'll probably increase the heli swarms a little bit. We've got maximum of 2 heli spawns at a time. We can probably push that to 3. Or I keep it at 2 and increase the amount of AI on them. So at the moment it will spawn between 1 and 3 AI per heli spawn. If we have 2, we can move that between 1 and 4. And maybe change out their loadout slightly. Or increase their accuracy. So I've got them at 50% accuracy at the moment. Maybe we need to up their accuracy slightly because of the amount of good loot that's on helis. Plenty of nails and code locks in the world. Barrels for storage, including some of the specialist barrels. Ones that have ammo written on it and food and medical and tools. And ones in certain camouflage patterns from around the world. As well as some strange Hello Kitty type monocer, or that thing with that fucking stupid unicorn on. All normal barrels, plus gun racks, safes. Map spawn in the world, or pop to and kill a vicar to get one. Where are we? Oh, we're alright, we're doing okay. We're not that far away. RPGs and laws are in the world. A one tapper 338, but that's ultra rare and difficult to get. G36Cs are around. MPXs, MP5 SDs with built-in silencers. And we're going for a long wipe. We're going for a... I can't say how long, but I would be happy with 12 weeks plus. I have to put a vote up tomorrow in the Discord of what people want. Do they want more than 5 code lots to build bigger bases? Or... I need to do some tweaking to the files, you know, reduce the amount of stuff that's spawning in, certain items. I hear you, Mr. Deer. I can't trust any of this water I've got with me. Right guys, we'll be streaming for about another half an hour and then we'll call it a night. We've been up since 4 o'clock this morning working on the server and it's coming up to 9:30 at night. But I will be streaming tomorrow. Actually, I'll be streaming for the next... I go back to work 3 weeks today. So I'll be streaming DayZ probably every day. Some days twice a day. Going to be streaming tomorrow morning so we can tap into the US market. We'll certainly be streaming evenings for the UK market and everything in between. We're doing an event this coming Sunday in DayZ. I'll be streaming, as I always do, Christmas Day. For anyone that is not bored but has no one else to spend time with, I'll always do a 2-hour stream on Christmas Day. Just to say Happy Christmas to people and give something back to the community. Hello, Mr. Deer. It's been a long day. I'll certainly say that. Starting to feel a bit tired now. And I got up at, as I said, 4:15. I woke up this morning and I started working on the server pretty much straight away. I had it finished by... I had a break for a couple of hours and did a DayZ run with a friend. And then I came back on, had it finished by 2 o'clock. We launched at 3 PM UK and I'd put too many mods on that did too much shit and I lost all the FPS. And I had to bring the server down at 5. And then I had it back up by 6:30 with everything sorted. One of the big things we're going to be doing on this wipe, because I've tested it and it works, is at the point that I wish to, I can remove this winter mod without having to wipe the server. So the aim will be when we get past winter, we will turn the server from winter into summer and then continue. Or probably spring. We'll just make it rain a lot. Turn the snow off, make it rain a lot. And then as we hit summer, if we're still on the same wipe, we'll just up the temperature. Chuckles, I get that way. Though I think gaming for me is resting. You know, I'll finish the stream and I'll go and play Timberborn for 2 hours with my stupid little beavers building a base, trying to make the map work, because I find that really relaxing. And hours just fly by. I also need to spend some time over this leave recording some more episodes of Stalker 2 for the ones for my members, because I make Stalker 2 content for them, and once the series is complete, once we've completed it, then it will be released out to everyone that subs to me, and then when it's been there for a few months, it will be released out into the world for everyone that can view it. So basically what will happen is I'll complete a series. Oh, the beaver game, seen that? Yeah. So I complete a series that only members get to see. That then goes to subs while I'm building a new one for members. Then when I finish the new one for members and they've all seen it, that goes to subs, and the sub ones goes into the world. And that's how it's going to work with recorded content. So it means that anything I release out to non-subbed people will be complete. Whereas the streaming stuff will always just continue. I love the beaver game. You start off with these little beavers and you have some resources and you have to try and build a massive town with food and water and wood and grain and water wheels and stuff like that. Keep everything flowing and moving. But that's my relaxing game. That's SimCity up to date for me. Other things I need to do over this leave period is I've got a merch store that I need to put some graphics in and make some mouse mats and mugs and things for sale. That'll be linked in YouTube account for branded. Mouse mat with the GoblinZ or GoblinZ's logo on, and maybe a calendar, things like that for the year. Some coffee mugs and drinking glasses, but no clothing, because we all know the quality of it's never embroidered, it's just done as it's just printed on, and they don't look good. I know where I am. I've fought people around here enough times over the years. So No Man's Sky, I played it when it very first came out. Obviously it's a different game now, we get that. I've seen you have been playing it. It interests me, but I don't think it would be something I would play full time, if that makes sense. I probably wouldn't get my money's worth out of it. My problem is this. I'm addicted to DayZ. We all know that. Hi there. It is good to be back, isn't it? Are you enjoying the server? I'm doing all right. Taking things slow. This field we died in enough times 5 years ago when I started playing DayZ. I'm returning to my roots. For my first major base build was built where we're going now. And if it's free, I'm going to base build there again. Returning to my roots. But I've never... But when the last time I built there was a 6-man team. Yes. Yeah. It is a hard start. When you die, it's going to be difficult. And moving like up here is going to be a lot harder. But I wanted that. I wanted a harder experience. I wanted it to be colder. I wanted people to have more fires. I wanted them to find weapons and ammo, but not a lot of mags. I wanted it to feel like I can have a weapon that's badly damaged and single load it. I might find a mag, but it won't be in very good condition. Obviously, code locks are spawning in and nails, which is nice. So the pliers will come out of spawn gear once I finish this stream. Because we don't need them in there anymore. They were there in case nails didn't spawn in properly. But nails are, so that's fine. But it's a nice map. It's nice playing Chernarus that's different. That's not full on easy. What's that button that's appeared? Oh, okay. YouTube have a get people to use super chat, set it as a goal. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So there will be a few tweaks I need to do to the server over the next few days with levels of loot that are spawning in, things like that. But there won't be any major changes. It'll be just reducing the amount of nails that are spawning maybe. Same with code locks. Still spawning in, but just not so many. Potentially increasing the lethality of some weapons. Moving some of the M16 type things, making sure they spawn in the correct tiers, because they're not. This is not where I expected it to be. Ah, that's because it's meant to be there. Okay. Unless they've updated the map. Home sweet home. sign. And then we'll have a door in here. And a door here. And then we'll come out and go right round the outside with airlocks until we end up back here. Goblin HQ. I mean, we should have checked first of all to make sure no one else was living in this town before we... It's a good sign. Tools spawning in here. See, we could always build in that one. It's tempting, you know. I'd have to remove my flag first, though, but it is tempting. Because that does make a good building. It's so easy to airlock downstairs. Medical supplies barrel. 12 gauge. Less of a good sign that there's some military living here. Good, there's an alarm clock on top of that house. Shit shot there, wasn't it? Didn't there used to be a well here? Yep. Also, nowhere in my rules does it say you can't block in one of these if you wish to. So you could build a base over the top of a well if you really wanted to. I wouldn't care. No stamina left for climbing fences. Wire, good. We'll need that for the outside of the base, so people at night when they walk up to the base get cut. Right, guys, I think that'll be it. Thanks for watching, thanks for the interaction, thanks for the chat. Remember, if you have a goblin in your sights, miss.